3-inch reach advantage. Back inside the octagon, here is Joe Martinez.
Well, fight fans, we are set to go with the next bout tonight. 3 rounds, this in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai fighter standing 5 feet, 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 170 pounds in 21 professional fights. His record stands at 20 victories, just 1 defeat. Fighting out of Tyumen, Russia, here is Alexey Kunchenko. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet, 11 inches tall, weighing in at the welterweight limit, 171 pounds. His professional record in 27 fights, 21 victories and 6 defeats. Fighting out of Francisco Beltrán, Paraná, Brazil, here is Elizeu, Capoeira, Zaleski dos Santos. And your referee in charge of the action is Osiris Maya.
Osiris Maya will call the action between these 2 exciting welterweights. Alexey Kunchenko started his career 20-0. Meanwhile, Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos responsible for some of the most high-flying, spectacular highlight knockouts in the UFC's welterweight division in recent years. And we're underway for 3 possible rounds here. Dos Santos is in the black. Kunchenko opens up with a kick in the red.
When you look at Kunchenko, he looks absolutely huge for this weight class. So much muscle. You look at the size of that back. This man is a very, very powerful individual. Dos Santos on the flip side, much more agile. Obviously with the capoeira, he's no stranger to spinning kicks and jumping attacks and things like that. And it was a flying knee against Luigi Vendramini that got the job done, knocked him out unconscious. And as I was saying, Kunchenko, he's more meat and potatoes. You know, he's more, you know, your classic orthodox strikes, not as flashy, not as fancy, but still just as effective.
And quite a winner as each of these guys looks to restart some momentum. -140 is the favorite. Dos Santos, who fires a big right. +110 is a small underdog. Kunchenko out of Russia.
This is a really high-level striking match. Both guys just counted each other perfectly there.
Dos Santos said he would get back to his capoeira roots, but is smart enough to know you can't just throw huge capoeira strikes for 5 full minutes and expect to have a gas tank left. Got to pick your shots and pick which discipline you employ in a mixed martial arts fight, as evidenced by his victory over Curtis Millender, which came by submission in the first round last year.
Yeah, for real capoeira artists, I mean, the kicking game that they have is phenomenal. A good friend of mine, Marcus Aurelius, he's just, the knockouts that this man has on his highlight reel are just so impressive. You do not want to take one of those kicks. Predominantly, it's the heel that lands with the face. And if the heel lands with the face of any kind of power, you're going to sleep. Kunchenko doing the right thing. If you crowd the kicker, if you get in his face, you don't give him time to spin. But that was a solid connection by both guys.
Big swing and a miss from Dos Santos with both arms. Under 3 minutes to go first round, and Kunchenko able to escape most of that damage on that leg kick. Oh, wow, nice counter shot there from Dos Santos as Kunchenko closed the distance.
Yeah, 2 hooks definitely landed right on the chin. The problem for Kunchenko right now is that he's dealing with a speed disadvantage. Dos Santos is just a faster guy, and he's actually attacking with a way more variety. It's so hard to predict, so hard to read. You don't know what he's going to throw next.
Body kick that time from Dos Santos, who has notched 14 wins by knockout in his career. Perhaps none more spectacular than what he did back in 2018 in Rio de Janeiro against Sean Strickland. The huge spinning kick knockout. And they trade kicks.
Look at that.
And now Dos Santos goes in for the takedown and lands it.
Catches the kick, drives forward, and gets a nice takedown. Bit of a fence grab there for Kunchenko. Referee saw it, he let go straight away. Kunchenko's back to the feet, got the whizzer. Nicely done. But it's not over yet. Dos Santos still has a tight body lock, hands are joined, he's got a good grip.
And continuing the pressure as we tick under a minute to go. Kunchenko looks at Osiris Maia like there's not enough action happening here.
Good try. I mean, you know.
You don't call those shots.
You got to do what you can do, but you've only been standing there about 10 seconds, buddy.
Trying to find some short strikes. Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos has been the busier fighter through the early going. He's thrown 50 total strikes so far, doubling that output of Kunchenko. 30 seconds left, round one.
Yeah, Dos Santos has a good position here, but he's got to make it work for him. He's got to do something. There it is, there's the separation.
Stoppage, yep. 20 seconds to go as we resume action.
You know, if you're Kunchenko, when he signaled the referee to break him up, even though it was too early, you are planting that seed in the referee's head. You know, so if another 10, 15 seconds passes, then, you know, they are more inclined to separate you. So, nice bit of crafty maneuvers there by Kunchenko.
Heavy shot from Kunchenko. Round two coming up.
Introducing a new podcast, ESPN Daily, hosted by me, Mina Kimes. Go deeper into the stories of the moment. Get the exclusive access and insider perspective that only ESPN can give you. ESPN Daily. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm John Brickley at this hour.
Back and ready for round number two. I'm Brendan Fitzgerald, my partner, the UFC Hall of Famer, former middleweight champion Michael Bisping, and Heidi Andral, third member of our crew here in Brasilia, Brazil. And I believe a low blow there by Dos Santos. So Kunchenko will take some time to recover.
Alex.
I didn't actually see it myself, but let's take a look. Yeah. Heel to the crown jewels. He responded straight away as well. You could tell he's not faking that one.
Tough to call that first round. Really even battle on the feet so far. One takedown by Dos Santos, but unable to do anything with it.
Yeah, I'd say Dos Santos probably gets a 10-9 if you're asking me. He was the busier guy on the feet, landed shots. And as you say,
Elizeu.
Finished the round on top.
Alexey.
Got the takedown.
Fight!
Well, here we go, round two.
So back underway as Kunchenko a little gingerly to the center of the octagon. Better flip that switch now. Big kick up top, and another one from Dos Santos.
Yeah, the kicks of Dos Santos are just so nice to watch. So fluid, so fluent, no wind up. They just fly up there with a lot of speed, very technical. And that's what's really giving Kunchenko a lot of problems. He can't get on the inside. And as I said before, it's the variety. He doesn't know what kind of kick is going to come. Here we go.
Clinch here, and look at that roll from Dos Santos.
Went for the knee bar, transition to the heel hook, but let it go. And then as Kunchenko gets up, grabs the single leg, trying to get the takedown again. Tremendous work by Dos Santos.
Kunchenko gets an underhook and then fires a right hand. Now a tie clinch here from Dos Santos. Well, these two are sweaty enough where Kunchenko appeared to be able to slip right out of it. Big right that time from Kunchenko.
Yeah, that wobbled Dos Santos big time. Kunchenko's got to put the gas on, put the pressure on. He's landing with more frequency here. I think Dos Santos might be hurt. If I'm Kunchenko, you've got to put it on him. He's backed up, he's against the fence. Let the hands go.
Another quick 1-2 is fired. And now it's Dos Santos who's trying to get his wits about him and landed a left cross. Inside leg kick now from Kunchenko as he advances. Oh, big right hand counter from Kunchenko.
He was actually going for a takedown, but you could be forgiven for thinking that he almost got dropped. It was a solid connection by Kunchenko, and Dos Santos doing the right thing, pushing him up against the fence, trying to take him down, but also, you know, clearing the cobwebs, giving him a second to take his breath, recover from that shot, and then get the takedown and go to work.
Well, we'll see if he can do anything with this control position along the fence. He did not in the first round, which led to a break in the action. And again, Kunchenko looking for help from Osiris Maya. And it's Kunchenko really that's staying busier in this position.
I'm trying to comment. I'm not seeing much of anything going on.
Yeah, it was a few quick right hands is really what it took. And Maya decided, you know what, Bisping, you're right.
What do I know? Heavy low kick. Kunchenko's going to get busier. It's as simple as that. Dos Santos is, you know, he's landing with more frequency. Oh!
Heavy shots from Kunchenko and some counter combinations from Dos Santos. Head strikes 37-6 in favor of the Russian.
And when the Russian is connecting, he's connecting with a lot of force. They're really significant blows. Looking for a spin attack.
Dos Santos thought about spinning there as he swiveled the hips. There it is. Nice 1-2 there from Kunchenko, which lands. Dos Santos dips to avoid the uppercut.
Kunchenko having a way better round here. Putting good pressure, forcing Dos Santos back. Catches the kick. Look at that. That was impressive.
Final 60 seconds of round number 2 at welterweight.
Kunchenko does a really good job of cutting off the octagon, giving Dos Santos nowhere to go.
Trade leg kicks, and then a big right thrown by Dos Santos.
Both guys just countering each other like crazy, though. Very, very fast reflexes on both of them. See what I mean? If Dos Santos goes left, he goes left. If he goes right, Kunchenko goes right. Mirroring him at all times, cutting off the cage, closing the distance. Nicely done by Dos Santos, though. Gets off the fence and back into the center of the octagon.
That was after a nice spinning kick to the body from Kunchenko, who has taken the lead in total strikes and significant strikes. Final 10 seconds here of the second round. Big 5 minutes for the Russian. Third round coming up after this. Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack
Alexey.
of UFC.
Elizeu, fight, combate.
Third and final round between these two welterweights, excuse me.
This is a really, really close fight. Probably one each, I think, coming into this one. I'd say Dos Santos got the first. Kunchenko maybe just about edged enough in the second, but very, very even, and straight away these guys throwing down.
And for Kunchenko, Michael, as you said, needed to be busier. He certainly was busier in that second round.
Yeah, definitely picked up the pace a little bit. But Dos Santos giving it back just as much. But as I said before, Kunchenko, he mirrors him perfectly. If he goes left, Kunchenko goes left. If he goes right, he follows, backs him up against the fence. But then to Dos Santos' credit, he does a good job of throwing a kick attack, and then he circles off to the center of the octagon.
Right
Look,
hand
there
from
it is.
Kunchenko, yep.
Not quite that time to the center, but still.
Kunchenko has largely been in control of the octagon, doing more of the advancing.
Neither guy slowing down. Both, you know, look as fresh as they did at the start of the first round.
Looks like Kunchenko has certainly found the range.
Yeah, Kunchenko's got to wait for Dos Santos to throw a kick, and then as he pulls the kick back in, that's when he goes forward with his attack. As Dos Santos is bringing the leg in, swarm him with his punches. Now, it's easier said than done. It requires tremendous reflexes and a lot of speed, but that's what he's trying to do. But easier said than done, as I said before. Oh, very nice.
There from Dos Santos as he blitzes forward.
Yeah, really good speed.
Combination there from Dos Santos, backs off Kunchenko as we are under 3 minutes to go in this one now. Leg kick kicks from the Russian Dos Santos, trying to come back with a combination up top.
Body kick got through there as well. Kunchenko doing a good job of chopping down the legs, trying to minimize the movement, but that right hand got through.
Kick there from Dos Santos. Kunchenko staying busy. Kunchenko appears content to counter. Just as I say that, he leads with a kick there. That time it's Dos Santos countering.
Kunchenko seems to be finding the openings for the counters more. The last minute or so he's countered every time Dos Santos throws a kick. Right as he finishes it, he lets go with 2 or 3 shots. But he's got to be busy. We see here Kunchenko is waiting every time. He waits for Dos Santos to attack him, then he blocks and counters. He's got to go first, he's got to lead the dance. I mean, it's working so far, but you don't know how this is going to be scored. You know, so sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind and go for it, go for the kill, go forward, let the hands fly. You look here, he's hesitating, he's waiting.
Small cut. It's showing some signs of damage there on the, I believe on the right eyebrow there of Dos Santos as it drips down his nose. Now they clinch and look up at the clock from Dos Santos with just over a minute left. And now it's Kunchenko in controlling position along the fence, and he's staying busy with the lower half here. Spinning back elbow attempt.
Body punches, stamping on the toe, knee in the thighs. And as you said, the spinning back fist as well, really staying busy, even against the fence. I mean, the problem,
3 significant strikes look like that. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the problem for Kunchenko is he knows that anytime he goes forward to try and land a strike, he's got a good possibility of eating a kick, a punch, a jab. So that's why he is waiting. You know, just regarding my point, what I said before, he's got to attack more. But this is a super close fight right now.
Oh, big right hand from Dos Santos. It sits down Kunchenko after he caught the kick. 30 seconds left in his second takedown of the fight.
Yeah, that's really frustrating if you're Kunchenko. You know, you felt the momentum starting to slightly shift in your favor. Not much, but ever so slightly. And then Dos Santos perfectly executes a nice takedown. Probably going to ride out the rest of the round here.
Final seconds here, round number 3. Kunchenko's trying to score from the bottom however he can. Big kicks there from Dos Santos, and we go the distance at welterweights.
Sure.
SportsCenter is live tonight at midnight Eastern. The show will have full coverage of UFC Fight Night from here in Brazil, an update on the vote by the NFL Players Association on the CBA, and the latest news about Rick Pitino being hired by the Iona Gales. It's all coming up on SportsCenter at midnight. Zubin Mehenti and Michael Eaves have you covered. Martinez is the one who has us covered with the official decision.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 score it 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision from Brazil, Elizeu Capoeira Zaleski dos Santos.
Big performance from Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos, who has won 8 of 10 in the